Welcome to the People, Passion, and Purpose podcast, where you will hear from creative small business owners in the trenches every single day, talking story, talking lessons, talking failures, talking truth. I'm your host, Nina L. Kovner. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today we have two very special guests and two humans that I love and admire and adore. Welcome, Riawna Capri and Nikki Lee, hairdressers, educators, leaders, and owners of 901 Salon, Academy, ECTV, and most recently In Common Beauty, and the most badass humans I think I've ever met. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Hi. Great intro. Thank you.
I'll travel around with you and do your intros.
Yes, please do.
Does that include vacations where I have to like introduce you on your world, global amazing global adventures? Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. I have a lot of questions I want to ask, so let's just dive right in. How long have you been salon owners, and what inspired you to open 901?
Well, we have our 10-year anniversary coming up.
Happy anniversary!
September 1st, which we call 901 Day. Yeah, 10 years. We can't even believe it.
I can't believe we still like each other.
Exactly.
And we genuinely do.
Yeah. This is true.
So what inspired us to open 901? Funny you ask. It was never a dream to own a salon. Certainly wasn't. I think for Riawna and I, we had someone who was willing to invest money into us. So we said, sure, if someone else is willing to spend their money, why not? We'll try it. We'll try anything once. And long story short, when that person backed out, we were so far into it and got excited about all the things that we just said, you know what, let's just do it. Like, let's use our savings. Let's open up credit cards and let's just do it on our own. So we did.
Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. And I love how you said that you still like each other. You know, a lot of partnerships don't work out when it comes to business. What's your magic? What's the magic secret sauce that has kept you two so respectful of each other and so close and connected and all of that? Anything you can share with us about that?
I think you nailed it when you said respect. I think it's respecting each other, and well, that's first and foremost. We always have the utmost respect for one another. And I think too, people change, right? And just knowing that, like, I have a daughter now. I'm a totally different person than I was, a few years back. And now Riawna is engaged, and, so just kind of evolving with that person and not getting stuck. Like, wait, I want things the way they used to be. Well, they're not the way they used to be. They're different now. So how are we now? This is us now. And always just kind of understanding that.
I love that. And congratulations, by the way, to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks. I would say a little secret that we learned probably year 3 in would be we would always do everything 50-50. Like every single meeting we both attend, every single event we both attend. We did everything 50-50. And we actually realized that we both have opposite strengths and opposite weaknesses. So we actually literally wrote down a list of things write down a list of things you love to do. I'll write down a list of things I love to do, and a list of things you don't love to do, and a list of things both of us. And we compared the list, and we were able to do this like yin and yang type of business partnership where I dealt with certain things and she dealt with certain things. And that would definitely be a secret sauce thing that we figured out. It took 3 years in, so it was a long 3-year haul. But after that, knowing that I'm better at, I don't know, going to an event and talking to every single human in the place. That's the last thing Nikki wants to do. And then she's on it with the lawyers and the accountants and knows how to talk to them where I'm falling asleep. So it's just like figuring out each other's strengths and then focusing on that and allowing each other to do their strengths.
I love that. I love that. What are some of the biggest lessons you'd say you've learned in your ownership journey? Leadership stuff, people stuff?
People stuff and leadership stuff. Being a leader is hard because I think for Riawna and I, we want to please everyone. We want everyone in the salon to be happy. And when they're not, we're like, oh no, like we have to fix this. And sometimes we have to take a step back and realize that, you know, everyone's kind of going through their own thing. And instead of taking it personal, it's not really us. They're just on their own kind of journey for a moment. So as long as we are always trying our best and leading by example, then I feel like we're winning. But sometimes, you know, you get caught up because if they're like, oh, you know, not happy or bummed, you know, because we want to make it.
It's interesting though, also being a leader within the salon, it's like she said, you have to lead by example, and Lord knows I live in a hoodie and sweatpants. Like my whole entire work life is the moment I come home, I put on my sweatpants and my hoodie. So to lead by example, I need to show up looking my best, looking my part, hair and makeup done every single time I do any client. Right. Yeah. And it's hard because I live in sweatpants. So I always in the morning sometimes take a deep breath and be like, I am a leader. I need to lead by example. And then when I show up, you know, we like to call it camera ready. And I always go around and say hello to everybody. Like that's really, really important, I think, to make eye contact with everyone that's working there, say hello. And then I start my day.
It's such a, I'm so glad you brought that up. It's such a simple thing. But when we think about basic human needs, we all want to be seen. We all want to know we matter and that, you know, we are recognized, and a simple hello, a simple greeting could change the day of the person that came in with all their, you know, stuff. Yeah. They had a, you know, hard morning or whatever. And it's like, we all know that one smile, that one gesture, that one acknowledgement can really change.
Can't take full credit for that. Nikki called me out and Nikki told me do this. And I said, okay. So ever since you told me, and it feels good, right? Yeah. Oh, I love it. I don't want to start my day without saying hi to everybody first. Yeah. So
yeah, it's like a gratitude practice. It's like the minute you get into gratitude, we just naturally feel better, you know, even if something, you know, crazy is going on. Speaking of your people, you have a pretty amazing tribe at 901. How did that happen?
Well, actually, pretty, how do I say it? Basically, our goal when we do hiring is we can teach someone how to cut and color hair, but we can't teach someone how to be a good person. So when we do any of our hiring, whether it's the cleaning lady to the front desk, to the assistants, and even to a stylist, like if they're genuinely not same core values as us, same morale, being a team player, helping each other out. And you can get those vibes from the get-go. But we also do interviews, about 3 different interviews before they get to us. They interview with the manager, the front desk lead, and before they get to us. Therefore, you can kind of feel someone out over a 3 or 4 interview process, right?
Yeah. And also too, with that being said, when someone is a good person, all you want is to see them succeed. So we're always willing. I want to teach them all my tips and tricks. So better than me, you know? And I think a lot of owners or other head stylists, they don't want to share their information. This little human has so much potential. I want to see them soar. And so, you know, that's kind of how we lead our team in hiring and sharing all the things so they can be their best stylists they can be.
And then we also do, we did for probably 9 years, a monthly meeting. And if you couldn't make the meeting, you can call in and we would catch them up on things going on. Hey, that sink is still broken. Well, because we need XYZ part from Italy. So that's why the sink is still broken, but like keeping them, you know, in the know of what's going on within the business. And I think that really, really, really helps not separate the team.
No question. No question. In one of our A School program at Passion Squared, we are reading Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, which is her most recent leadership book. And a big thing she says there that hit me so hard was clear is kind, unclear is unkind. And I just felt like that just says so much about communication, about making sure that everyone knows what's up with the sink. You know, I mean, something as simple as that can make a huge difference. Clear is kind. Speaking of really awesome, cool people, I had the opportunity a couple years ago to be part of BCTV, and I experienced how fucking cool and nice your people are. I just have to say, I just felt so good about that experience. And again, the kindness. I mean, that really is what stood out to me so much was everyone was so gracious and welcoming and supportive and kind. What is BCTV? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So BCTV is Beauty Coach Television. And what that is online subscription-based education. We created this because we were searching for quality online education, and it was difficult for us to find keyword quality, you know, high caliber of new techniques. So we decided to start our own and reach out to anyone and everyone we saw on Instagram that was doing amazing work that we would want to learn from ourselves, and then bring them together to hope then teach everybody else watching.
And it also came about too because we were doing our beauty coach tour and we were traveling a lot, which was great. I mean, nothing's better than being face to face with stylists and really, you know, helping them, and they raise their hand and ask questions. But I was in the middle of trying to get pregnant, and it was hard. It was very hard to travel. And so that was also another solution, one for us, but also for other people that weren't able to come to our classes.
Sure.
Maybe our moms, or maybe can't afford to take a beauty coach tour class, that gave them an opportunity to be able to watch these awesome videos. I mean, I go back and watch and I'm like, whoa,
I know.
I said that? You know, like I'm relearning from myself as I watch that, because I'm like, I didn't realize that I do that. Okay, I'm going to do that more. So it's just been really great. And just the feedback that we've gotten from people that are so grateful that, you know, we have this, it just is a really good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you are curating the artists that you want to learn from. I think that's such a big deal, you know, because I mean, of course, there's a lot of just like, you know, whatever, like here's how you color hair, here's it, whatever. But the fact that it's you two hand curating the artists that inspire you, that you'd like to learn from, I think says a lot about the content. It says a lot about the quality of content. It says a lot about you all, because you know that you're mentors and leaders, and so many stylists look up to you around the world. And I'm glad that we're talking about this, because, you know, these two are constantly learning. They are constantly growing and learning. And sometimes I think we look at people, like you all, and say, oh, well, they've made it, like they're done and they know it all and got it all. And that's just not who you two are. And I want to make sure that comes across in this podcast. So speaking of, you guys are the like most badass. So you work with a lot of celebrities, and you know, a big question that I've heard for years from artists is, I want to do celebrity hair. I want to be a editorial stylist. Do you have any just real simple, how do I even get started?
Well, I definitely think LA and New York are where it's at, right? But obviously not everyone can move to LA and New York in the United States. And I think you can start small within your own hometown and do the newscaster, do
the local celebs,
the local bloggers or whatnot. And, you know, they're going to need photo shoots and whatnot. And you can start with that and see if you even like it. It sounds cool, but it's not that cool, actually.
There's not a lot of money in it
There's
either.
not a lot of money. I literally just did a cover shoot for free. I am 15 years into doing hair, and I just did a cover for free. So it's not what it's all cracked up to be. And we were there for 9 hours. You know, it's not a quick wham bam thank you ma'am thing. So it sounds good, it looks good, you get a good Instagram photo, but like in the grand scheme of things, being in the salon, working behind the chair, that is how you can buy a house.
It's your bread and butter.
That is how you can buy a car. That is how you can live whatever lifestyle that you want to live. If I can keep it real, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So I would start within your hometown. And then if you genuinely love it so much, you know, I think you got to move. You got to move to LA or New York. And that's
or at least be willing to travel. I know that Sarah Patempa lives in Chicago. She has a family, but she's willing to travel a lot. Mm-hmm. God bless her. I don't know how she does it, but she's doing it, you know, and she's killing it. So it can be done. You just have to like grind hard.
Yes. It's a hard job. It's a hustling job for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm glad you shared that because that is the truth. So you've got, okay. So we're talking about all these different businesses and brands. You have a new brand. A new little baby, in addition to the new little baby. In common. What is that? Tell us about that. Where's that name come from? It feels so beautiful and connected.
That's what we were hoping for. So thank you.
You hit the nail on the head. You know, we really wanted to create inclusive luxury. Not exclusive, inclusive. I think as you have learned about us over the years, you know that we're very much a team player. We don't like to separate the team, but we don't like to divide. We really want to be equal for all. I mean, which is why we even named the salon 901, because we didn't want it to be about Riawna and Nikki on the front door. We wanted it to be a place where everyone can be awesome and excel in their highest potential. So in common, we needed to do just that as well and make it inclusive for everyone, but yet high quality, right? So, you know, we are right now selling only in salons, but you can be a suite. Our online at our website. No Sephora, no Ulta, no big, whatever, corporations you may call. So,
but what is it?
But what? Oh, it's a product line. What? Oh.
No, but we call it in common because we're thinking like, what is the one thing that everybody wants? And that's healthy hair. Hands down. I've never heard anyone say, I want really damaged hair. Yes, you want it styled with texture spray.
Sure.
You know, whatever. But at the end of the day, no one wants to wake up with half their hair on their pillow broken off, right? So for us, we're like, healthy hair has no competition. And that's our like big motto is like, it's for everybody because we all want healthy hair. And there was not really a brand out there that,
solely focused on healthy hair.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And in a modernized way through social and something more relatable. And when you pick up the bottle, you can actually read it. And it's not like, you know, where you're like, I don't even know what this is. I'm told that it works really good on my hair. So yeah, just a good, relatable product for everybody to literally get your hair super healthy.
Mm-hmm. So right now we have one product out called Magic Mist,
which I love, and I'm not a product person. Never talk about product. I barely use it, but it's fucking rad.
Yay! And you can use on wet or dry. It's basically vitamins for your hair, spray vitamins for your hair, and coming hopefully July, we will have shampoo, mask, power boosters, everything you need to create healthy hair.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Special salon treatment that's going to like,
oh yeah,
change.
Yeah.
the game
Yeah.
in a major way that we're super excited about. That'll be big for all you pros out there.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's so amazing. So amazing. So you've got BCTV, you have 901, you have 901 Academy, you have In Common, you have your charitable.
Yeah. Beautiful Foundation.
The BeYOUtiful Foundation. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Because these are pros that are listening ultimately,
Yes,
right?
they are.
BeYOUtiful Foundation. This is so for us. We feel, we wanted a way to give back and help. Like that's where Nikki and I felt like after all these years of doing things together and doing these amazing things, something was missing. And we figured it out that it was the give back aspect. So we created BeYOUtiful Foundation, which is a place, a hub to have all the answers and anything and everything anyone may need when going through cancer. One of the first questions asked is, now what happens to my hair? Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you lose your hair and now it's growing back and your hair used to be straight and now it's curly and now it's coarse and it's kinky. And when can I get extensions? Can I get extensions? When can I color it? All the questions that may happen that now we can answer from a hairstylist point of view and hopefully teach other hairstylists to have the answers too. Because I remember a client of mine's mom got cancer and was asking me all these questions and I didn't have the answers to them, but it's my job.
Right.
So with that being said, we wanted to try to curate and get all the answers for things and then have a place that other hairstylists can learn and teach as well. So then we started, which is super exciting, BeYOUtiful Day. So what BeYOUtiful Day is it's a place where you set up a date at your salon and people can come in, whoever cancer patients or even cancer survivors can come in and get a free haircut. Or if you're willing to donate your hair, you can come in and get a free haircut. And anyone else can come in, you set the price of whatever you want your haircuts to be. For us, we did $150 and anyone else would come in and get a $150 haircut and all the proceeds would go to the BeYOUtiful Foundation. The other thing we're doing is collecting hair, beautiful hair, to then create wigs. Mm-hmm. And the best part is, you guys, we can accept color treated hair. We can accept old extensions. You can take out your great lengths individuals, keep them in a rubber band, donate it to us. What that hair we can use it for is putting it on a hat for a little girl that maybe can't wear a full wig or doesn't want to. So she can just put a hat on and have hair.
Wow.
How cool is that?
That is so awesome.
Extensions that we throw on the floor. And some people have beautiful color treated hair that is amazing that can still be used. So we're working together with Revolve Glamour, and they're the ones that are located in LA, and they create the wigs and the hats and all that good stuff. So we're super, super honored to have this BeYOUtiful Foundation.
That's so incredible. And I'll be sure to share when we post the podcast where you can find all of these resources. I just love that there's so many different ways that a stylist, and a salon can get involved to obviously become more empowered, educated, and help their clients. So you have so many things going on. How do you do it all? How do you find your rhythm with all of this stuff? And you're active on social and you're traveling and you're running all these businesses and building brands, and how in the world?
Well, by the way, we're not doing it all. We have an incredible team that is dedicated to each category business. So we have a beautiful team. We have a team for BCTV. We have separate teams and leaders of each team. And we meet weekly and we discuss what's going on. And I think, listen, by the way, we're not, we feel like we're failing every day because there's things. Yeah. So for you to say that is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Seriously.
It's a lot, but I think communication helps us stay on track, and just being consistent with meeting and touching in with our team. What's going on? What do we have this week? Okay. And all you can do. And my thing is I got to be out by 6 because I got to go home and then be a mom. And so I think it's just keeping a good schedule.
Yeah. And with the schedule, with that being said, obviously all of you owners out there know you work 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll get a great idea at midnight. And I am now told that I am only allowed to text from 9 to 9 for everyone.
She can email in the middle of the night
at 1 a.m.
Text at
but I'm not allowed to text anymore. So
I love it.
My texting hours, which is great. And I think for me, which I am so lucky that I'm able to do this, but I think it's really important to take the time to do it. We got to recharge our batteries. There's no way we can run at full tank of gas 24/7. So you have to stop and refill and charge your batteries. And for us, Nikki and I, is Sundays. Sundays, no work. Sundays, no work. Unless you actually
Unless
really
we have to.
Unless
But
we
yeah,
have to.
Sundays.
But Sundays is a good day for us to just recharge for the week. Very, very, very important. We used to not do that. And because, it's hard for me. I feel like there's so many things that need to be done. How am I just going to turn off on Sunday? It took a while to learn how to relax. I think I'm still trying to learn how to relax.
I love that.
My fiance is very good at helping me try to. But yeah, recharging your batteries, I think, are very, very important. However you may do that.
What drives you? Where did you get this passion, this purpose? Like, you guys are so on it.
Starting with hair, to make people happy, to make people smile in the mirror when you're done with what you do, and then they feel good, and then they want to go out and they want to go on a date because of what you did. I mean, nothing feels better than making people feel better. Like that we have the best job to do that. And then it turned into, how can we make hairstylists feel better, right? And that's all these other
confident.
Yeah, feel confident. All these other businesses kind of came along. But I mean, it's funny. I used to want to be an orthodontist growing up when I had my braces, and then I learned you had to be a dentist for 2 years, and dentists included pulling people's teeth out. I'm like, no. I just want to make people have pretty smiles. That's what I want. I can't be a dentist. So I now get to make people smile for a living, which is still like what I wanted to do when I was younger. So it's kind of like the same thing, just making people
That's so
feel
awesome. You guys know I'm like super into quotes. So do you have a favorite quote?
That's right. My favorite quote.
Favorite quote.
Oh, right here on our quote wall. Imagine that. Go ahead and show her that. We have a lot.
We actually should show you this.
I love your quote wall. Yes.
This is the OG quote wall. This is 10 years old, this
Oh
quote
my
wall.
gosh.
So, I mean, it's funny. Some of the quotes on here, it says, "You ain't shit without your friends."
I like everything you can imagine is real.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I mean, the biggest and boldest one up top is everything happens for a reason. And especially when we started this business, we had to believe in that, or else, when the investor dropped out, when we're draining our savings account down to nothing to buy floors. What? Floors? Floors are that expensive? What? Crying, literally. Painting a whole entire wall. It's the wrong color. Have to repaint it over. Waste of money down the drain. It was crazy. So everything happens for a reason is something that I've actually lived by, I feel like, my whole life. It just feels right that it's not, everything is meant to be the way it's supposed to be. It's crazy. Yep.
I love that because it says so much about faith. It says so much about surrender.
Mm-hmm.
I think as creative small business owners and entrepreneurs and leaders and all of those things, without that faith and that surrender, I just don't know how the fuck you get through. Right.
Yeah,
it's true.
Love that.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'm so stoked. I love you guys so much. But before we go, where can we find you? What's all the socials? Give us all the socials.
There's so many socials. Oh my God. My social is at Riawna, RIAWNA. I'm very lucky that my mom gave me the craziest name, so I don't have to have anything after it. Nikki, on the other hand.
Mine's at Nikki Lee 901. Yep, have to have that because just Nikki Lee is, I think, a stripper or something. So she wins. She won. Yeah. She won the name.
Yeah, we have at 901. That's spelled out with the NINEZROONE. 901. We have at In Common, which is cool. We just got just In Common. That makes me so happy.
I know. It's great.
At BeYOUtiful Foundation, BEYOU, beautiful _foundation. And
Raindrops.
We didn't talk about Raindrops much, but we do our filter out there, guys. And let me tell you, that will protect your color more than anything. If people have clear water, guess what? They come back with the highlights you gave them. If they have shit water, they will come back with dull, dingy, yellowy, brassy color. So if you're struggling with your clients at home and wondering why the fuck they're coming back in your chair and they're not the color you made them when you left, 9 times out of 10, it's the water they have at home.
Yeah. I love Raindrops. I love that name. I live in a rainy, magical wonderland right now.
Can you shower out there?
Totally. Yes. It never stops. Yes.
Yes.
Raindrops, 901 Academy.
Yep. 901 Academy.
And
numbers.
BCTV.
Yep. Beauty coach _com. Hello. Beauty coach _com. Yeah, so many things. I wish that if they weren't listening, you could just pop it up on the screen.
It's all good because I will include it in the post. So it'll be in iTunes and it will be on the PassionSquare.net website. So everyone will be able to connect with you guys all over the place. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for taking the time to chat with us. We really appreciate you and all you're doing. Honestly, we can't be more kudos to you because you are inspiring so many people and uplifting so many people, even with just a simple quote and your comment underneath your Instagram. I can't tell you enough how my heart, like, it's full when I read it and I hear your words, and I'm sure that's happening to everybody else out there too. So thank you for putting this together and for you to take the time to care about everybody else. Yeah.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have an awesome day, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. To learn more about Passion Squared, you can visit us at PassionSquared.net. You can find us on the gram and on Facebook at Passion Squared, and be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. We're so grateful. Thank you so much for joining us. Have an awesome day, guys. Love you.